Page, okay, 1 second. Yes, so we are going to start the Ramayan reading, and whoever is on, if you can turn on your video, that is great. Thank you so much. I see 4 people on video today. Okay, anybody wants to say, first of all, we'll do our prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashaita Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Good job. I see some I see Mihika also turned on her video. Thank you, Mihika. Okay, so let's get started. I'll tell you the page number also. But before that, who wants to do a recap of what we saw last time? Varun, do you want to do that? Yeah, go ahead, Varun.
We talked about
yeah.
So okay, how did it start?
You can tell from wherever you know, you can tell.
I know, where did it start? Only then I want to be able to remember.
So we were actually at the phase where I think Rama, he went to the forest, and that's where we were on.
Hey,
right?
Okay, so when Rama went to the forest,
yeah. So we know about Kaikeyi, you know what happened with Kaikeyi. I think you should ask.
And then, and then they got they were going with the chariots, and then when they left, I think Sumantara, he was like he was like punishing Kaikeyi. He was like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? He was very angry at her when Rama, Lakshman, and Sita left the forest.
And then we also saw that what did the citizens do? They followed through Rama.
Yeah, they followed Rama, and then they were like, and then they were thinking that the forest was gonna become a populated place. But then Rama said, "Oh, you guys do not have to come. It is okay." At first, they did not listen, but then they were like, "Okay," because it's Rama. They said, "Okay," and then they left.
Yeah, that's that was another one. And then we saw that Sita Mata, she was trying to wear the clothes that were required for the forest, but then the barks and that kept falling off, right? It kept falling off, and she was not able to. She's not used to wearing the clothes that. I mean, obviously, we should wear wooden barks when we go to the forest. And so Sita Mata was not able to, because she had lived a very royal life in the palace of Mithila, and even now here she had a good lifestyle in terms of opulence. But because Rama was going to the forest, she did not hesitate, even though it was a very, very sad moment for her. She did not hesitate. And then what happened? I actually did not mark the page. That's why I'm going through. So as Sita joyfully departed, Lakshmana, who was standing, came forward, caught hold of Rama's lotus feet. With tear-filled eyes, Lakshmana pleaded, "Oh Rama, please, okay, you also accompany me to the forest." We read all that. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana then proceeded on foot to the streets of Ayodhya towards the palace of Maharaj Dasharath. And remember, Maharaj Dasharath, he wanted Rama to stay with him for at least one day. And Rama said, no, I have to fulfill your orders now. I cannot be with you even for a day. I have to leave them. Yes.
When they were, and Dasharat even said that he would be like trapped and he would like not be there, and then Rama and Lakshmana, Rama, he could take the throne.
Yes. And remember, then Sumantra started to say about Kekeya, and that is father Kekeya is Kaikeyi's father is Kekeya, and he happened to narrate a story where he was able to understand. See, Kekeya had this mystic potency of understanding what the birds and the animals were speaking. And one time his wife happened to hear that, and one time he happened to just look at the birds and started smiling because he was able to understand what the birds were talking. And looking at it, looking at Kekeya, his wife asked, "Oh, why are you laughing? I really need to know the reason." And then Kekeya said, "I'm laughing because I was able to understand this, the birds that were chirping and they were talking to each other. I can understand what they were talking. But if I say you what they were talking, then I will have to die because I got a benediction from the Rishi saying that whenever I reveal the cryptic messages that are spoken by the birds and the animals, then I will have to die." And given that scenario, what happened? Then the wife was so stubborn. "I don't care whether you die or not die, but I want to know what the birds were talking. And you have to tell me that what they were doing. So if you don't tell me that, then I'm not going to." That's what she said. She kind of demanded. And Sumantra was quoting that to prove that Kaikeyi is also following the footsteps of her mother. Yes, Mihika, go ahead.
Mataji, I wanted to do the recap.
Oh, okay. You want to continue? I think that was pretty much it, I think, right? Or do you have something more to add?
It was just that the last part we discussed was that
Yeah.
when Raman, Sita, and Lakshman were going on the chariot, the Brahmanas were not able to catch up. So Rama, he got off and went to the, and then he said that we'll walk now. We'll walk from here now.
Correct. Exactly. We will walk from here and we are not going to use the chariot anymore. And that was to that what was that reason was because these people of Ayodhya, they were running to follow up with the chariot. Like how when a car goes and if you're walking, you cannot go at the same speed of the car. So they cannot catch. If we are walking and somebody else is going on a car, we cannot catch up to their speed. So these people, Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, they were going in the chariot and the people of Ayodhya were finding it difficult to catch them up. So Rama decided, no problem, I'll just walk on the streets. Look at his compassionate nature. So this is what we saw, I think, last time. I think now we will get started with today's verse. Okay, all right. So Lord Ramachandra left behind his kingdom, opulence, friends, well-wishers, residents, and everything else, just as a liberated soul gives up the life and goes to the forest and he went to the forest with Sita and Lakshmana. So as soon as he was asked to renounce, he said, no problem. Sometimes we artificially renounce. Okay, I don't want anything, but in our mind, we want that. Say, for example, I take a precious thing away from my sons. My sons may say they don't want it, but internally they may want it. So this is what is our mentality. But Ram, he didn't worry at all. Not even a pinch of worry was there. Oh, I'm leaving my opulence, I'm leaving my kingdom, I'm leaving all these wealthy things. Not at all. He was not at all bothered about it. As soon as he was asked, with no hesitation, he said okay. And not only that, he immediately renounced everything. Maharaj Dashrath, he kept a gaze fixed upon the dust raised by the chariot as it gradually disappeared over the horizon. So Maharaj Dashrath, he was obviously looking at the chariot when Ram departed, and then he fell to the ground unconscious. When Kausalya and Kaikeyi ran to lift him up, Dasharatha forbade the younger coins. That also happened, right? He said, don't touch me. Kaikeyi, don't touch me. I no longer want to see you. This is what Maharaj Dashrath actually told Kaikeyi. He was not at all interested in Kaikeyi lifting him up. That was also another scenario we saw. So now we are going to see everyone in Ayodhya began condemning Kaikeyi, swearing that they would never live under her rule. Thus, life in Ayodhya came almost to standstill, appearing like a great ocean whose water had dried up. The Brahmanas neglected their duty, the mercantile people gave up the business, householders no longer took time to prepare meals, and domestic animals let the grass drop out of their mouths as though stunned. The cows would not give milk to the calves, and mothers no longer felt happiness in greeting the sons. Even the stars in the sky assumed a stern aspect. Feeling tormented with grief, no one in Ayodhya could eat or engage themselves in entertainment. Indeed, everyone appeared to be almost lifeless, being absorbed in the feelings of separation from Lord Ram. Look at the situation of people of Ayodhya. They don't want to do anything. They had their prescribed duties. They don't want to do the prescribed duties. The householders, they don't want to cook and eat. Nobody wants to have any sort of entertainment over anything. This was the situation of the people of Ayodhya because of feeling of separation from Lord Ram. As Rama proceeded through various territories, villages and forests, he heard the people condemning Dasharatha and Kaikeyi for exiling him. Finally, after crossing the Veda Shruti and Gomati rivers, Rama arrived at the river Sayandika, which marked the southern boundary of the Koshala province. Ram, what did he do then? He stepped down from the chariot with folded hands, faced Ayodhya to take a leave of his birthplace. Many local inhabitants had followed Ram. When asked them to return home, they cried out loudly, unable to depart. Thus, Ram drove swiftly away, hoping to minimize their anguish. After some time, he happened to take the chariot again, it looks like. And then now these people, so they crossed the borders of Ayodhya. So they were going to enter into the forest. Still the people were following, and Ram told them, please don't do that. You just have to go back now, back to Ayodhya and resume your work. It is not right on your path to keep following me all through. And everybody, whoever they came across, everybody were chastising Kaikeyi and Dashrath Maharaj. Even though Dashrath Maharaj internally did not want Ram to be sent to the forest.
Why Dashrath Maharaj?
Because he was also involved, right? He was the one who gave Kaikeyi the boon. He didn't know that Kaikeyi would ask for such a boon. That is why Dashrath Maharaj was also chastised. Okay, they don't know the internal story, what had happened, even though...
But mainly it was Kaikeyi.
Yeah, but people will not know, right? Externally, what it appears as if Dashrath Maharaj was also at fault. In one way, he is because he gave her the boon, but internally, he is not. And Ram understands the internal mood. He doesn't worry about what is going on externally. So so when it comes to Ram, he is perfectly fine. Rama definitely understands the mood of Dasharath, and he very well understands that, and that is why Dasharath left the body while thinking about Ram, and he was able to go back to Ayodhya, right? So we will see further what had happened.
Wait, go back to Ayodhya?
A meaning in the spiritual world. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. It is probably, it will be mentioned somewhere in the, but we know from Bhagavad Gita that whatever we think of the time of death, that is the place where we go to, right? Yam yam vapi smaran pavam, right? Okay. When they reached Ganga, Rama asked Sumantra to stop the chariot under a large tree on the bank. The king of this territory was Guha. So now they have come to a place where Guha is ruling, a Nishada by birth and a close friend of Rama. When Guha heard of Rama's arrival, he jubilantly came to meet him along with his ministers and relatives. How jubilant a person can be. That is
who is Guha?
He is a friend of Ram. We will see more about Ram. He was the one who actually saved Sita from Ravana. He spared his wings, and Ravana happened to kill him later also. But he was ready to sacrifice his life for the sake of Mother Sita. Okay? Yeah.
That was Jatayu.
Oh, sorry. That was Jatayu. This is Rama's friend, Guha. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right, Govind. I hear you.
Go the boat to pass to the forest.
Correct. I'm sorry. I confused both of them. Yeah, I'm glad that you are awake, Govinda. Thank you so much. Although born in Nishada family, see, we are going to see more about Guha now, okay? He's a king born of Nishada family, okay, and belonging to a lower caste. That is why they say Nishada, and had qualities of a great devotee. Even though he was a lowborn, he had great qualities. He was peaceful. What are the great qualities one should acquire? See if you have these qualities. Can you all look at it and tell me if you all have these qualities? Guha had these qualities of being peaceful, not getting agitated all the time. When somebody says something, immediately getting angry or frustrated or shouting back, all that shows that you're not peaceful inside. And then you should be self-controlled. What does self-control means? On an Ekadasi, if somebody is tempting you to eat grains and beans, or if you're tempted looking at chocolates on Ekadasi, we should forbid from eating such things. So this is called self-control. You are controlling, you are not being controlled by senses. You are not being controlled by the senses. Say, for example, when you look at the sense objects, the senses are not tempted to go on acquire it. So this is what a self-controlled person is. Humble. What does humble mean? Humble means whatever situation you are put through, like honor or dishonor or anything in terms of respect, not respect, still you continue to proceed with the service of Lord Krishna. Whatever Krishna has done in my life, that is perfectly fine. Yeah.
Humble means kind.
I'm telling you the definition, dear. Here it is something more than that. Okay. In dictionary meaning, it is different, but the understanding is different. Okay. Just listen to me. So what it means is that whatever situation you are in, you try to carry out the. Okay. 1 second. Let me mute all, because what happens is it is going to. Hello. Okay. Can you all hear me? Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
So
Yes, we can hear.
okay, thank you. So now Nishada family, Guha, we were seeing about him and how good of a devotee he was, and he had these beautiful qualities of being peaceful, self-controlled, humble. Humble means, as I told you, whenever devotees are put into a situation where people don't respect them, they don't worry about not being respected, but still carry on with the service of Lord Krishna. So this is what humble means. At any situation, they want to focus on what service they can do to Krishna, and however bad their condition is, they do not care for it, and they continue doing the devotional service. And tolerant means in provoking situations, you do not blame Krishna. You don't say, "Oh Krishna, you are responsible for why I'm like this," but instead you take up the devotional service seriously and start praying to Krishna, whatever be the situation. Matras parshastu kaunteya, right? We see toshna sukha dukkadaha. So we have to be very, very tolerant, because all these are temporary. If some problem comes to you, say for example, I take away the laptop from my sons, that is in an issue only for a temporary period of time. It is not that I'm going to permanently take away the laptop from him, right? It is just for a short period of time he is being taken away the laptop. And immediately one fine day, if everything works out well, I will give the laptop back to my sons. And so that distress that they have is temporary. So they need to understand, in this material world, whatever problems they are having, it will pass off. It will be only for a short period of time. It is not going to be there forever. At that time, what we have to do is we have to take the shelter of Lord Krishna and pray to him. Okay. It is a great mistake to think that a man's caste is determined by his birth. That is not a Vedic conclusion. Rather, caste is determined by quality. Whatever quality you acquire, the varna is meant. So, what is the varnas? What are the varnas? Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. So this is based on quality and the quality and the nature of that person, and it is not based on caste. So you can be a Brahmana being in the low caste also. Like if you are going to recite Vedic literatures and you're going to chant Bhagavad Gita and nicely say the slokas, understand the meaning, decipher it, and then able to spread the knowledge of Srila Prabhupada, then you are a Brahmana, right? You are a Vaishnava, even more than a Brahmana. But the thing is, it is not determined by caste, but it is determined by the quality that the person possesses.
So what in caste does not matter?
Caste doesn't matter. The quality matters. Say, for example, Guha here, he belongs to a low caste family, Nishada. Nishada family is who he belongs to, but he had all the great qualities of being a devotee. What are the qualities he had? He was peaceful, he was self-controlled, he was tolerant, he was humble. So what about him? He is like a Vaishnava, right? He is a Vaishnava. Seeing Guha approach, Ram and Lakshmana came forward to greet him, and the Nishada king embraced Lord Ram with great affection. Feeling distressed at seeing the two brothers dressed in the forest clothing, Guha said, "My dear Rama, my kingdom is as much as yours." See how nicely he's saying he's ready to sacrifice his kingdom to Lord Ram and says, "I am ready to give my kingdom is like yours only. Therefore, please make use of everything as if you were in Ayodhya. Make use of everything you have. I'm honored to have you as my guest. Please, whatever you want, make yourself comfortable. This is like your place, your kingdom, and don't hesitate." Like that, Guha said to Rama. Guha brought sumptuous food, comfortable beds, and articles of worship to treat Rama to a royal reception. Rama was pleased to say this and embraced Guha, saying, at heart, I accept all that you have offered me. However, since I have taken a vow to wear only kusha grass, tree bark, deer skin, and only eat fruits and roots, I cannot utilize these gifts. He brought sumptuous food. This is what is self-control. Are you all able to get it? He is bringing, say, for example, gulab jamun, rasagulla, chapati, kurma, vada pav, everything he is bringing up to Lord Ram. But Rama, what did he say? No, I cannot touch all these food items. I have to eat only fruits and roots. And that is what I promised that I would be doing that for the next 14 years. So please, I accept it at heart. Please don't mistake me. I accept everything at heart. So this is Rama's mindset. I cannot utilize these gifts. Therefore, please take away whatever you have brought, except for the food which I use to feed my horses, for they are the favorite steeds of Maharaj Dashrath. So whatever the horses need, you just bring that food. I will just feed the horses that food. That is good enough for me. At that time, Guha gave a sumptuous feast to the horses. So horses had nice food, nice sumptuous feast. Okay. Rama only took a little water, as he was fasting that day in the honor of Ganga. See, he was fasting and he was not even tempted looking at the sumptuous food that Guha brought. And he was fasting in honor of Ganga. That night, Sita and Rama slept beneath a tree while Lakshmana and Guha guarded them. We all know Lakshmana doesn't sleep through the entire 14 years. He doesn't even sleep for a minute because he wanted to make sure that Rama was protected at all points in time. So this is the service.
Don't you need sleep for this?
Yeah, see, here we have Lakshmana. He's we know who Lakshmana is, brother of Lord Ram, who's the Supreme Lord. At the same time, here they are playing the role of a human. So as you are spiritually advanced, this eating, sleeping, everything will decrease. Okay, so people if they can tolerate sleep, that means we know Gudakesha. Arjuna is Gudakesha. He can. He is Gudakesha for that reason, right? Conquer sleep. So these people are very advanced. That's why here they are playing the role of a human being, but in reality, he is the Supreme Lord's brother. But here he is like Arjuna, where he is able to conquer sleep. Did you get it, Varun? Very good question.
Yes,
okay, good job listening. At that time, Guha gave us sumptuous food to the horses. That night, so they slept beneath a tree. They didn't use the comfortable beds that Guha offered him. Although Guha requested Lakshmana to take rest, he refused to do so while Rama and Sita were sleeping. The next morning, Rama decided to cross the Ganga Hearing this decision, Guha ordered his men to bring forth a beautiful boat to carry them across. When the boat arrived, Rama told Sumantara, please return now to Ayodhya and serve Maharaj Dashrath. Try to remain composed so that you will be in a position to pacify others. You have been of great help to us, but now we shall proceed by walking. So now he wants Sumantara to go back to Dashrath Maharaj and serve him. He's saying that I'm going to be fine. You've been really of great help. But we shall now proceed by walking. Sumantara pleaded Ram for permission to accompany him to the forest. Rama, however, insisted, please go and attend to my poor father. Please take care of him. He's probably looking out for you. Do not be aggrieved, for we shall return after 14 years. See, after 14 years of exile, no problem, we will come back. Assure my parents of well-being and urge the king to install Bharata without delay. Tell Dashrath Maharaj
Wait,
to
Mataji,
install. Yeah.
is it 14 years in Treta Yuga not as much as like 14? We think 14 years to be in Kali Yuga?
Good point. Yes, yes, that is right. But still, the time frame was so. We know Dashrath Maharaj ruled for 60,000 years or something like that. So it is. I mean, it is comparatively short period of time when you look at it from a Yuga perspective. You're right. Good point that you bring about. Yes, Mihika, go ahead.
Mataji, what age did Lord Rama go to the forest?
See, he got married, right? What age? I mean, in the sense after going
20?
with Vishnu. Huh?
20, 24?
Some, yeah, very young. He's very, very young when
Teenage,
he went.
basically.
I think so. I'm not sure of the exact age. I can tell you in the next class, but really young. Okay. Because after Vishwamitra taking him to the forest, they went and saw Sita Mata, and immediately they got married, right? So it was not. And Dashrath Maharaj was so hesitant to send Lord Ram to the forest because he was such a young boy. So probably he should be less than 20. I might have to verify, but get back to you. Good point, Mihika. I'll get back on that one. Okay. Anyways, so now unable to hear the thought of leaving Rama, Sumantara argued, when I return to Ayodhya alone on this chariot, people will become 100 of times more unhappy. Oh Rama, please allow me to accompany you. If you leave me aside, my life will become unbearable. I will surely enter the fire or drown myself. This is my condition. If I go, say for example, I go and the chariot alone, if I go, people of Ayodhya looking at the chariot and looking at me, they will feel even more aggrieved. And moreover, I'm not even in a situation to go without you. I will probably die without you, or I have to drown myself. This is my situation. Rama replied, I'm sending you back to Ayodhya so that Kaikeyi will be convinced that I have entered the forest. If you don't return with this chariot, then some fear will always remain in her mind that I might come back at any moment. See, Kaikeyi will probably be looking for you and the chariot back. And if you don't go, then she'll probably think I did not go to the forest and I might come to her any point in time. I don't want her to think like that. Turning to Guha, Rama said, I don't want to live in a forest surrounded by friends and servants. I shall go to an uninhabited place and live like a rishi. Therefore, please bring me the milk-like extract of banyan tree so that I can mat my hair. To tie his hair, he wanted that thing. When Guha brought that substance, Rama and Lakshmana used it to mate their hair, mated, and thus they look like forest-dwelling aesthetics.
Wait, what? Make their what?
I'm going to show this picture. If you are able to see, that will be really nice.
Mataji, your blurred background is in the way.
Is it okay?
Mataji,
the background is blurred. That's blurred.
Yeah.
Try turning off the blurred background.
Okay, one second.
Mataji, which picture is it?
Mataji, what page is it?
Yeah, 119. Can somebody show the page?
Okay, Mataji, I have it.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mika.
So it's 119, right?
Correct.
Okay. Give me 1 second. 119. Okay, here it is.
पिक्चर दिखाइए माता जी का blurry background की वजह से नहीं दिख-
Yeah, okay. Mihika is showing it. Yeah. Did you get it, Mihika?
Yes, I'm showing it.
Okay. Oh, but you're not spotlighted, right? Let me take away my blur then.
Why are they two co-hosts?
There can be as many co-hosts as there.
So I don't know how to take off my blurring.
Oh, okay.
What's a good background to where's the video? And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there should be an arrow pointing. Yeah, you got it.
Whatever
Okay, now
that's
it's
on your
good now.
iPad or laptop, whatever.
Yeah, we can see it now.
See, their hair is mated, right? And they have tied it like forest dwellers. Can you see this?
What is Sita Mai doing?
I think she's taking water, and probably she's I don't know what she's trying to do, but she's trying to I think relish the water or just pour it back. That's what she's doing here. Okay, let's read further. Okay, now I'll change the blurry background again so that you're not disturbed. Okay,
Mataji, we do not see anything except the door.
oh really? Oh my god, can you see it now?
Yes, now we can see it. Now, like, you don't need to put the blur background. If you need to show us anymore, you don't have to change. Because we don't see anything else behind you except the door.
Okay, no problem. So what happened was, so when Guha brought that substance, Rama used it to make his hair mated, and thus he looked like a forest-dwelling aesthetic in the picture. Then while bidding farewell to Guha, Sita, Rama and Lakshmana boarded the boat and departed. So they said bye to Guha because Ram didn't want to stay in a place which with his friends or servants. So he wants to go into a place where he doesn't know anybody or uninhabited place where nobody lives there so that he can live a life of renounced life. When the boat reached midstream, Sita offered prayers. Oh, this is Sita offering prayers to Mother Ganga. This is what she's doing here. Okay. She's offering prayers to Mother Ganga.
What's that? What's
And
that thing in her hand?
Yeah, that's what she's praying to Mother Ganga. And then she's saying that, please, Mother Ganga, please make sure that we safely return back to Ayodhya. We also know that Ram fasted on the day in honor of Ganga. Remember that?
Yes.
So this is all coming together now. Then after the three disembarked onto the far shore, they continued their journey. Rama then instructed Lakshmana to carefully protect Sita by walking in front. Thus, Lakshmana walked ahead, Sita stayed in the middle, and Rama followed from behind. See, somebody is there going ahead. Say, for example, an animal attacks. Sita Mata is protected at all instances. It is a duty of a husband to protect the wife emotionally, mentally, and physically. And here we can clearly see that is why your parents, when they say, come, they always want you to feel protected, and they will probably, somebody will go ahead and you will probably be in the middle, and then your father or dad might come the last, or in some cases it may happen vice versa too. But the point is that you have to stay protected at all points in time because you guys are young. Okay, so make sure that yeah,
There's a small picture over here. What is happening in there?
So that is the chariot picture, right? The chariot picture where we see that
on 120 there's like some rishis and Ramas.
we will see now. We will see what is coming ahead. Okay, let's try to see. Okay, so now Rama then instructed Lakshmana to carefully protect Sita by walking in front. Look at Lakshmana also. Whenever we have elder brothers, then we want to make sure that the younger brother follows the instructions of the older brother. If he says, "Oh, do this," then the younger brother or younger sister should listen to the older ones. Okay, that way, what happens is, because these older people, they have gained some experience over age, and they may know it. And that is the reason the youngers follow the advice of the older ones. And this is what happens with Lakshmana also. Lakshmana, in this case, he followed the advice of Rama by going in front. And then when night fell, they took shelter of a large tree. Both Rama and Lakshmana stayed awake at night to protect Sita. That night, as they talked, Rama again urged Lakshmana to return to Ayodhya to protect their mothers from Kaikeyi's persecution. Indeed, Rama became emotionally charged while thinking of the poor mother, and his face became covered with tears. See how he is feeling bad for his mom, because looking at, he would have looked at her face when he went to when he was going to go to the forest. Looking at the mother's face, he is still reminded of his mother. What will happen to her? How will Kaikeyi treat my mom? So all that started to come into the heart of Lord Ram, and he's asking Lakshmana, Lakshmana, please go and take care of our mothers, like that. While
Mataji,
comforting.
weren't the four brothers the same? Like, weren't they twins?
Who were twins? No, I don't think so. Rama was born to Kaikeyi, so he was the eldest. Then was Lakshmana, and the twins were
No,
Nakul and
Rama
Saradeva.
born from Kausalya.
Australia, not KK.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Bharata and Shatrughna, they were probably born at the same time. I'm not sure.
But you said Rama is born with Kausalya.
No, Rama, Lakshmana, Shatrughna and Bharata, right? I'm talking about Bharata and Shatrughna. Maybe they are twins. I'm not sure, but not Rama and Lakshmana.
Oh, because like what I heard
Lakshmana and Shatrughna were the brothers.
Yes, I mean, but are they twins? I'm not sure, dear. Okay.
No, not twins.
There's lots of background noise.
Yeah, I know. So many people are on. Okay, I muted all, but still you're able to talk. I'm not sure why. Okay, anyways. Okay, now when the night fell, they took the shelter of a large tree. Both Rama and Lakshmana stayed awake to protect Sita. That night, as they talked, Rama is urging now Lakshmana to go back to Ayodhya in order to comfort the mothers. The next morning, Rama and Sita and Lakshmana set out again. After walking some distance, they reached the confluence of Ganga and Yamuna rivers. Desiring to meet a great rishi, Bharadwaja, who lived there, Rama approached his ashrama and waited for permission to enter. So he is going to enter into the ashram of Bharadwaja Muni. Soon the disciple of the rishi came to greet Lord Ram and escorted him inside. Rama saw Bharadwaja sitting in meditation surrounded by many disciples. Rama introduced himself and then related the events surrounding his coming to the forest. Thereafter, Bharadwaja offered Lord Ram, Sita and Lakshmana a nice reception and served them many varieties of foods and prepared from roots and fruits. So he offered the dishes that are prepared from roots and fruits. Then Rishi offered them comfortable accommodation, saying, Rama, I have been expecting your arrival since hearing of your exile. I wish that you could spend the 14 years here peacefully in my ashrama with my students at your disposal. You would not be inconvenienced at all. So Bharadwaja Muni is requesting, Rishi is requesting Rama to stay in his area, and he said that his disciples are at his disposal, and that he is not going to feel any sort of inconvenience by staying in his place. Smiling, Lord Ram, O best of rishis, your offer is very kind. However, were I to reside here, I fear many people would come to see me, since your ashrama is so close to Ayodhya. Therefore, please tell me of an isolated spot where I can fulfill my vow in the forest life. See, your place is so close to Ayodhya. A lot of people, they will make use of this as an opportunity and they will come and see me from Ayodhya. And I don't want to kind of disturb them. I want to live a forest life in reclusion. And this is what I want. And please suggest me a suitable spot which I can go to so that I can fulfill my vow to the forest life. Bharadwaja then suggested, you can go to Chitrakuta mountain some 60 miles from here. After crossing the river Yamuna, look for a giant banyan tree named Shama. So look for the banyan tree named Shama, and then you will know you are proceeding in the right direction. The entire Chitrakoot area is beautifully situated with cascading waterfalls and meandering streams. The cries of peacocks and cuckoos will enchant your ears, and everywhere there is plenty of fruit and honey, like heavenly Gandha Madana. Like the heavenly Gandha Madana hill, it is suitable for leading a life perfectly in the mode of goodness. So this place, Chitrakuta, is where you should go, and this place is 16 miles away from my forest. And there you can find cascading waterfalls, main streams, rivers, peacocks, cuckoos, and a lot of fruits and honey. So this place is very, very suitable for you, and you should live a life perfectly there in the mode of goodness. So obviously the place that you stay also matters. You have to make sure that you are situated, say for example, if you're chanting, and if you hear so much disturbance, even in the surrounding area, wherever you are, your relatives are talking, your parents are talking, or doing some work, kitchen work, so much disturbance to the process of hearing, right? So what you do, you go to a different place where you will have a good ambience to chant. Similarly, here we are seeing that we are Rama is this Rishi Bharadwaja Rishi is suggesting Rama a very good place which is suitable for performing any kind of activity, and that he is saying this place is in the mode of goodness. After spending the night in Bharadwaja's ashrama, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana took leave of the Rishi and departed. Later in the same day, at the banks of Yamuna, Rama and Lakshmana prepared a large raft for crossing the river. Upon the midstream, Sita offered prayers to Kalindi. Reaching the far shore, they soon came to a banyan tree named Shama. Sita offered respectful obeisances to the sacred tree and prayed for their safe return to Ayodhya. Then, after waiting for some time, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana passed the night on the bank of Yamuna. So now from Ganga, they have come to the banks of Yamuna. Okay. So, and we can see that Sita Mata, wherever she goes, she is praying for their safe return to Ayodhya. So this prayers it is suggesting an important lesson for us to always keep praying. Praying, and this prayers is very, very important. This is what Sita Mata is suggesting us, right? To this particular example. Okay. Now, so the next morning they resumed their journey. While walking through the forest, Sita questioned Ram about all the varieties of plants and trees they encountered along the way. So we can see that Sita Mata, she is questioned about everything. Whatever they saw in the way, the plants and the trees, she questioned everything. As Lakshmana
Page is it? What page is it?
It is 122. As Lakshmana walked in front, bow in hand, Rama took a great pleasure in describing the wonders of nature surrounding them. In this way, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana finally approached the vicinity of Chitrakuta hill, where they were pleased to find abundance of fruit, roots, sweet water, and honey. When they came to the ashrama of Valmiki, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana were happily received by the illustrious Rishi. Being invited to reside there, Rama ordered Lakshmana to bring some logs and construct a small cottage. Thus, within a short time, Lakshmana built a short cottage with walls of wooden stakes and thatched roof. At Rama's request, Lakshmana performed a customary sacrifice to the demigods for consecrating the new dwelling. When Rama entered the new cottage, he became happy, leaving aside the grief brought about by the exile. So now they have come to the Chitrakuta hill, and this is where Valmiki Rishi lives. And so now they were so happy to come to this place. There were abundant of fruits and roots and water and sweet honey in this space. And this Valmiki Rishi also received Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana and invited them. And during the meeting, Lakshmana was ordered by Lord Ram to actually go and make a cottage for them, so that they can stay there in that cottage. So he made it out of wood stakes, and he just touched it out with the roof. And then Lakshmana also performed sacrifices, praying to the demigods so that they are free from any obstacles, right? And yeah.
When is question and answer?
Oh yeah, I know. 1 more minute we'll have question and answer. I didn't look at the time. Okay, good point. When Rama entered the new cottage, he became happy, leaving aside the grief about his exile. Okay, so this is what happened so far. And meanwhile, after the departure of Lord Ram, Guha had dispatched the spies to observe Rama unnoticed. When they sent the news that Ram had reached Chitrakuta, Sumantra mounted his chariot to begin his painful journey back to Ayodhya. So now Guha was curious whether Ram reached safely or not. So he sent some spies to check on him to make sure that he is safe. And then it was observed that he was safe. He reached Chitrakuta. So that time when Sumantra also started off his journey back to Ayodhya. After 2 days, Sumantra arrived in Ayodhya in the evening and saw that the city had become nearly desolate. Everyone was deeply grieving due to the separation of Lord Ram. Then the word spread that Sumantra returned. Thousands of citizens came forward to the street, crowded around him, hoping he could hear some news from the prince. They anxiously waited for Sumantra to speak. In reply to their anxious inquiries, Sumantra explained, the lotus-eyed Ram had sent me back after reaching the banks of Ganga, not allowing him to escort him further. Rama's journey by foot through the forest with Sita and Lakshmana. So now they are all proceeding in foot. That they don't need a chariot, they're all going in foot, and they didn't want me to proceed further with them. And that is the reason I came back to Ayodhya. Everybody was eager. When somebody, say for example, somebody goes somewhere, okay, Alaska or somewhere, they might have seen some beautiful nature scenic things, and maybe you're waiting to hear from them how your trip was, how was it, what all did you see, what all did you do. As soon as that person comes, you will go and just go and ask him all the questions that you had in your mind. And then when the person clarifies, you will be very relieved. Yeah, I know now, I understand how that place looks. Or say for example, a new model car is released, and there is a review of that car on YouTube. Then you might be tempted to go into the YouTube channel and look for when is the review going to come of this car, so that I can better understand this model of the car. Something, whatever you are passionate about, you will want to hear. And here the citizens of Ayodhya, they were so passionate about Lord Ram, and hence they were waiting for Sumantra. Or as soon as they saw Sumantra's chariot, they were waiting. Okay, they all went crowded and completely surrounded Sumantra and asked him, what about Lord Ram? What is he up to? Then he says, I left him up in the banks of Ganga. He didn't want me to proceed with him further along the journey, and I came back with my chariot. This is what happened. So with this, we can conclude today's session, and now we can go for question and answer sessions. What about Guga, and what kind of family was he born? And
Can I leave now?
Go ahead. Yeah, whoever wants, they can leave. Yes.
I'm saying, can we leave the call now?
You can leave the class if you want. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Varun?
Mataji, so Guha, he was born in like a low class family, but he still had the he was very like he had devotion. He had all the good qualities. He was humble. He did devotional service to Rama, and he was he was much better than the other low class people that do not do devotional service or anything like that. He was humble. He had all good qualities in him, unlike the other people born in his class. He was very good compared to them, and that's how we should be.
Correct. What were the qualities?
He was humble.
Did we already start the question answer session?
Yes, Mihika, we are doing the first question was said by Varun. What are the specific qualities of Guha? Can you explain a few of them? That is the second question. Manhar.
So yeah, the second question is the qualities of what are the qualities of the person?
Guha. What are the qualities of Guha? You know, your voice is again breaking, dear Manhar. Maybe we can ask.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now is it good? Okay. So the qualities of Bruha is he was humble and he was tolerant I forgot the third and fourth quality.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So, okay, Gobind, do you know the qualities? Gobind? Okay. Okay, Mihika, go ahead with the qualities.
Mataji, can you repeat the question? I'm so confused with the question.
Qualities of Guha. He was a devotee of Lord, I mean, he was a devotee, and then he was born in, as Varun said, he was born in a low-class family, but he had beautiful qualities. And what are the qualities? Okay, Aditya,
Yeah.
go ahead and say the qualities.
Of Guha, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like everyone else was saying, like he was humble, like he wasn't like overly like he was also like a Brahmana, like you were saying, like the caste, like it matters only from quality, like not the caste. The caste doesn't matter. Only the quality like of the person does. And he was like
Wonderful.
he had like very like good qualities.
Yes. What are some other qualities? How you can talk of a great devotee? He was very peaceful. What does
Yeah, he
peaceful
was
means?
peaceful. Like peaceful, it means that you're not gonna get angry like inside, like and
Yes.
you're gonna
Very nice. How about self-controlled? You know, that is another
self-control.
quality.
Like it means like Rama was self-controlled because like they were Guha and he was giving lots of like food options and stuff. He said that no, I don't want this. I'm only gonna have roots and fruits.
Correct. Wonderful. That is self-control. Humble. What does humble mean?
Humble means like
whatever be the situation, whatever be the situation, honor, dishonor, doesn't matter if.
Oh yeah, you don't care if you're getting honor or dishonor. Like that person should have appreciated me more for doing this. You don't feel all that stuff.
Yeah, but you are very much determined to do the service of the Lord, and whatever happens in your life, you think that as the mercy of the Lord and act upon it that way. And then another quality is charitable. Okay, so these are the qualities of Guha. Very important point. And then what happened? Varun, can you mute?
Mataji, please ask to other devotees also. They are
Yeah,
helpful
I'm
so many
asking
times.
Mataji. There are
Yeah,
lots
I
of
can't.
questions. Yeah. So what ashrama did he come to? Rama, he came to Guha, and from Guha, where did he go and what did he do? Yes, Mihika.
So after Rama left Guha's palace, he went to I forgot the name, but I think it was Bharadwaj. Yeah,
Bharadwaj Rishi. Yes.
Rishi's ashram, and while after he finished his meditation, Bharadwaj Rishi, he greeted Rama and offered them a seat, and he also offered an offer that Rama could like stay in this ashram with all the students he had for the rest of the exile, but Rama said that no, because then the citizens of Ayodhya will come, as they know that your ashram is close to Ayodhya, so the citizen of Ayodhya will come and start begging me to come back to Ayodhya.
Right, absolutely. So from the Rishi's ashram, where did he go and what did he do? And this question, I don't see. Govind, are you not here? Are you here?
I am
go
here.
Ahead. Okay, go ahead.
When he finished Bharadwaj ashram, he went to the word. He said, "Where is a good place to make a cottage?" And then he said, "Go past the sham tree." the banyan
Shama,
tree.
banyan tree, yeah.
Yeah, and then go to the hill, and then what is the forest?
Chitrakuta. Chitrakuta.
Chindukut, and then there was Valmiki resides.
Yes, that is where Valmiki resides. Valmiki Ashram is there. And then, what happened in Chitrakoot? That's the next question. Who wants to say? Manar, do you know?
Yeah, they built the cottage. Rama ordered Lakshmana to build a cottage. So the walls were made from wood, and yeah, that's what I remember.
Yes, Rama wanted Lakshmana to build a cottage so that they can live there. And what was Chitrakuta like? What was that place filled with? Chaitanya, do you know? KV? Neve? Any of you can answer?
Craft class.
Craft class, yeah, handwriting class will be there shortly. Do you want to?
And beautiful waterfall.
There is waterfall. What else is there in Chitrakoot?
Also honey.
Honey. Then
Honey. Flowers, water flowers,
flowers and roots.
fruits.
Correct. Flowers, fruits, roots, and honey was there in Chitrakuta. And this is where Ram wanted to build a cottage. And then Lakshmana. So what did he tell Lakshmana?
He was telling Lakshmana to go back.
Yeah, he was telling Lakshmana to go back because he didn't want. He was just worried. He started to think about his mothers and he felt really bad. Oh, my mom, probably she's feeling very depressed. And so I want to have Lakshmana go and go with my mom. Okay, so this is what had happened. And then, so that's probably what we saw today, right? So maybe we can, and then how was Sita Mata coming when they were going in the forest? So was she coming in the back or was she in the front?
She was in the middle.
Yes, she was.
And also,
Lakshmana was in the front, Sitama was in the middle, and Rama was on the back.
Also, and then Sita every time pray to like the Sham, the banyan tree. Also, Ganga, we go back to Advait. No.
Ayodhya. Yes.
Ayodhya.
Wonderful. So this is probably what I wanted all of you to know. So now he is in the banks of Yamuna. From Ganga, he has come to Yamuna. Okay, please make that. And in the next class, somebody can remember and summarize it. Okay.
Mataji, did Rama ever visit Valmiki Rishi's Valmiki Muni's ashram?
Yeah, he said when they came to the ashram of Valmiki, they were happily received by the illustrious Rishi, meaning they went to his place.
Okay.
And when he was there only, he ordered Lakshmana to go and construct a cottage. So they did go to and visit Valmiki Rishi Shastram. Okay, in Chitrakuta. All right. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Ramayana Srimad Valmiki Ramayana ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. All glories to the assembled kids. Bye, kids. See you all next class.
Hare Krishna. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, beta. Now we have a hand entering class. So I request to Kanai. Kanai, are you there, beta? Hare Krishna, Kanai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kanai. Thank you so much for joining, beta. So I request you please to cover the call. Thank you.
Yes.
Please on your video, so I can ask for a spotlight. Okay.
Can you hear?
Thank you so much, Kanai.
All right.
See it properly. We can see the video properly. It is upside down.
Mataji,
All right. I'm
we
sharing my
cannot
screen.
see you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, but we cannot see you.
Yeah, that won't be possible to see me because I'm drawing here. You can see me here. So I'm afraid you won't be able to see me. All right. So today we're going to be writing. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So today we're going to be writing the word smile. And we're going to be using a cursive font with a pattern inside. So yeah.
Mataji,
What
are
you
we drawing?
We're going to be writing the word smile, but in cursive and with a special font. So what you're all going to be needing is some paper, a pencil, and an eraser. I think that's enough. If you want, you can also use a pen marker to outline in the end, but that's optional. Okay. All right. So let's begin. I'm going to do the whole end product really quickly right now, so then you can see what we're going to be doing. The S is going to look like this.
Mataji,
Yes.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Okay. So basically, we're going to be drawing the word smile in a font which looks like this. So this is the S of the smile, and it's going to be looking like this.
This is good. This is good, Brenda.
I can't see your paper, but you don't have to draw it yet. I'm just showing you what we're doing, and then we'll do it step by step together. All right, so this is what the S will look like, and then the other letters will be in this font. Just so you have an idea of what we're doing. And now we can start drawing the thing. So first we're going to be, yes?
So we're only writing smile, we're not like adding decoration.
We can add decorations in the end. I'm not sure how much time we're going to take for this. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So starting with the S, first you want to draw a pretty basic S like this. And then you can just curve that and bring it up here.
How big does it have to be?
You can decide, it doesn't matter.
Can we outline it with a crayon?
Yes, you can, but I wouldn't do that now already because we're still at the sketch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So in the end, you
I
can.
already wrote the S.
Okay, then you can continue by drawing a line down here like this, and then drawing an M. The M in this font looks like this.
Mataji, can you wait because I'm not finished?
All right, sure. Can you tell me when you are?
Yes, I'm on the M now.
Okay, so I can continue?
Yes.
All right, great. So the M goes like this. The first curve is relatively big, and the
Whoa.
second one is smaller. Like this.
Mataji, that looks more like a crooked M.
Yeah, that's true. This font is kind of crooked. You could call it that.
It doesn't
Crooked
fit
font.
cursive. It's not cursive for sure.
Yeah.
Mataji, is the M like this?
M for smile.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Oh, I made a mistake.
That looks
So
great.
this is the one that the letters join.
Yeah.
This good.
Manhar, that looks great.
Like this, Mataji?
Now,
Yeah, Mihika. That looks good.
now, this is good. This is good, Brenda. Now
Yes.
they're going.
Yeah,
Now
Govinda.
they're going to like curve the end up and then write a dot.
Almost. We're actually going up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're making a little line like this, and then we're going down again. And this is going to be I.
How
You can
does
make it-
that look like an eye? It
Oh,
looks,
and then we're going to put a dot on top.
Yep.
it looks more like an R. Mataji, is this how smile is written?
Yeah, you can maybe make the I a bit bigger so it's more proportional to the other two letters.
Okay.
Mataji, my one looks like an angel. I would not write in this kind of writing because if I would be writing in the other one way, then I would be writing way faster than just writing the word smile so slowly. Look at this, Mataji. This is like an angel. Look, I did it good.
Mataji, this looks super weird.
We're going to be adding the double lines later and it'll look better then. So don't worry.
Mataji, is this good?
The circle of the eye has to be above this line.
Mataji, can you move on?
Sure. So the L is pretty simple. Going like this.
My mom used to write this kind of writing. So, and she taught me that kind of oval kind of circle is a L.
Yeah.
Mataji,
This is good. This is good. This is nice.
Mataji, this looks ridiculous.
That looks great, Govinda.
This
Mehika, maybe try. I think we'll be able to fix it later, but maybe try. I just noticed now that your M, this part, wait,
Can you show
this and this should be approximately the same size.
It is the same.
And
Mataji,
try
I
to
think
make your eye bigger.
I drew the S a bit too big.
Mm-hmm. So you have to try to keep your letters around the same size. Around.
Like
Not
this?
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Better.
You go
Okay,
to the
and then
next step, E.
Yeah, the next step, E. Wait, no, never mind. I need to do that like this.
It's like a sideways L. Like this?
Yeah, Gopal.
Now,
Can you?
is this smile?
Yes, but maybe all of you try to keep some space inside this part of the E, because we're going to add a
This so much.
How about Mataji? Like, should I use like guidelines?
you can try that if it helps you more.
Because it might like help me in like keeping the lines all straight. I
Mhm.
mean,
That's
like
a good idea.
But how thick is it supposed to be?
What do you mean?
The width is supposed to be how much?
I'm sorry, your audio is cutting. Could you repeat that?
Is this guideline good? Like this much thickness, or should I reduce it?
I can't see it.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I couldn't see your line.
Oh, I think because I drew it a little bit too. So like I have this guideline,
Mm-hmm.
and now how much would I like leave space like till here?
It's actually your choice. It depends on how big you want your smile to be.
Okay.
So if your first line is say here, then you might want your second line to be around here as a guideline.
Mataji, you cannot go to the drawing.
Okay, so I'm continuing now.
Mataji, I have to restart.
Okay. I don't think I can wait, Mihika, because the others are all waiting.
Okay, then you can go ahead.
All right. Now we're going to start with the double lines. The first ones in S are here, like this. Once you've done that, you can go on to the M. The lines here are, there's one here.
Finished. You could not wait still.
Sorry?
You could wait.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm done. You could not go to end.
So the M, the first one is here. The second one starts about here and goes to the bottom of the first line, like this.
Next.
And then another line here. Here, we're going to add a line on the I. And because if you would like to do something else instead of this curve.
Mataji, can you lower the font, like lower the size, because I cannot see the S. Can you lower the size? Yes, that's better.
If you guys would like to do something else instead of this curve here, because I think someone said it looks like an R now, you can also erase that part. Oh. Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, Mataji, like at the M, it looks like an H. Right? Right, Mataji? It looks like an H.
You're right. If you look at it in a certain way, you could think of it as an H. But yeah. As I was saying, you can change this part if you want to and make a curve there if that's what you like more. like this. This is another option. You would prefer this. Okay. So then continuing at L, you want to make a line here, like this.
Wait, on the M, if you look sideways, then it looks like a girl with hair, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Same on N.
Mm-hmm.
And an E?
For E, you make a line like this here, inside as well.
Okay, I'm done. Can I start decorating?
Yeah. So the given decoration for this font is lines
Mataji,
across. Yeah.
is there anything else you could put after smile? Like right after smile?
What do you mean?
You
Like
could put a smile like a face.
Yeah, you could do like
No,
a small smiley face. Something like this. Well, not like this. I'm sorry.
But like any other word you could put after smile.
I can't think of any right now.
Like there's chant and be happy. Can there be like smile and something?
Mataji, this is nice. This is my one. This is Govinda's. You could write always. Mataji, this is mine.
That looks great. And that's also a great idea. I'm not sure who said that, but always is a great idea.
I said that.
Smile always?
No, always smile.
Oh dear. Something after smile, not before.
Smile always.
No. Something
Yeah,
short.
I don't know.
Smile. 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 Hello. Probably I could make like a border.
Yeah, we could do that. So anyways, we're filling you with this pattern now.
We're only doing lines.
You can do anything you want. This is the original font, the lines. But you can also
I
add
do not know.
or
Mataji,
yeah.
instead of the lines you're doing, I'm doing circles.
That works as well. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I wish I thought of it.
Instead of like a plain circle on the eye, I'm changing it to a flower.
That's really creative as well. All right. So
Like-
now you can add.
This is my whole thing.
That looks great. Great work, Mahika. All right. So now if you have any colors with you, like a highlighter or something, you can add a border. Using a color, I'm using light blue right now.
Madhuri, can you show how to do like always? Can you show how to do always? How to like always?
Is this good?
Mataji, what are you drawing?
I'm drawing a border around the smile.
How do you do that?
I just picked a color and
I was
outlined
just
it far
about to
away.
unmute and say that you can make that kind of border.
Oh. Well,
Wait, what if you can put
maybe-
like, you know, that curve by the S? Maybe you could put that curve inside the S.
Which curve?
Like, you know, on top of the S, there's like a curve.
This one?
Yeah, this one. If you put that inside, then maybe something will look better.
Yeah, right now the line is at the point where it wouldn't matter if it's on front or on back.
Mataji,
It
can you
look
lower
the same?
Can you lower the font? Because I cannot see the blue thing. Okay. Can you repeat how you did the border thing?
Sure. It's actually not very difficult. You start somewhere, like here. And then, oh wait. And then you just from far away, you trace the whole letter.
Oh, like this?
I can't see it right now. Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else we can add?
Well, because you have a flower on the eye, you could try and add some leaves around it.
Yeah. I was about to say the same thing. When we're done.
Sorry?
And you could
Is
make
this
like
good?
a stick to the eye. You could make like a stick to the eye, and you could add the leaves and flowers to the border.
Yeah. So you can add leaves like this.
Mataji, the eye looks like as a book is flying. Yeah, it looks to me as the eye.
I'm sorry, the audio somehow cut.
The eye looks like as a book flying. It looks like a roller coaster to me.
Yeah, that's true. You can also color in the letters themselves.
You could
Or
add
for example, if you've done the same
roller coaster.
if you've done the same pattern as I have, you can color in the lines.
Put some people on the roller coaster.
So that would be an option to use color.
Now what we'll do now that dose is only 11:30. Everyone done.
All right, so
It looks like
that's it for today. Any more questions?
Mataji, can you show the whole thing?
Yeah.
I mean, like, how did you color in the lines again?
Oh. Just took two colors, like blue and green, and did it alternatively. So that was blue. Now I'm picking green.
Oh, I see.
that shading looks like beautiful.
Yeah. If you want another way to add color, you could also like take a grayish color and then trace the inside.
Do you know what I did?
What?
I just made like a leaf on the border, and then I there's like prints on the leaf. I made some kind of line and then made some small kind of lines like side. You can see it's a really, really, really. Oh yeah, I have to turn off the background.
Can't see his window. The leaf looks really cool.
It has lights inside it.
Yeah, it looks really nice. So these are all the options of decorating it. And yeah, that was it for today.
Did you draw shadows? Are these shadows that you drew?
Yep, those are shadows.
Now I'm going to draw another leaf on the side, and then in the middle I'm going to draw many flowers and then a garden.
That sounds great.
Bye.
What was that?
Are you driving the car on the iPad?
Yeah, I'm driving a car. Ring! Wrong.
Then
All
why
right.
don't you become a car?
That sounds.
I need to become a car to bend my bones.
What?
You don't have a driver's license.
Yeah, you don't even have a driver license.
I have a muscle.
Yeah.
Like how
And
muscle.
do you have $15,000?
My dad does. My dad has 15,000 even more than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have $200 or $300.
Are there any other questions to the handletter?
No.
No. Me.
What is that?
All right.
No.
Great. So I'll close the call now if that's all right.
Bye.
It's not right there. Now it's time to talk. And what is Gora doing?
Sorry?
What is Gora doing? Gora. Bye-bye, Manhar.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bye.
Goodbye.